I do very little research in terms of anything that I do, especially acting. I didn't know that.
I was the director.
I didn't know that Viscount was pronounced Viscount. I thought it was Viscount because it's spelled like discount, and I was like, the first few times I was like, I'm the Viscount, and then they're like, it's Viscount. Like,
why the other
I should have researched, and then they're like, what? Someone was like, what's a Viscount? Like, still don't know. Bit more than a count.
This is is it a children's book, also an Australian story?
No, the children's book was written in the UK.
The UK,
and
okay.
then we made this as a UK-Australian co-production, but very much in Australia, Australian crew and all of that sort of thing. But the book has its home back in the UK.
Was it something that you read as a child, or when?
No, I've read it to my children, and so that was sort of my way into working out if it was funny and cheeky.
But you've been a child.
I have. I can't deny that. That's undeniable. But
we all have.
But yeah, so I read it. I thought it was really cheeky and funny, and I didn't quite know where the film was in it when I first read it, but I knew that it had a lot of joy in there, and it was very mischievous. And then when I read the script, they'd really fleshed out some really beautiful characters, and I went, oh yeah, there's something in this little gem. The iconic part of the book is this furry ball with like one eye. That's it. So that was the main sort of leaping off point. And then there is some beautiful illustrations in the book of, where Blake's character goes to Zygra, the big jungle, and there's fantastical creatures, and there's pictures of the mum and dad, and there's pictures of Myrtle and all of that. Myrtle has, crazy hair and all of this sort of thing. So I think it was more sort of, because the whole film has a lovely sort of storybook-like quality, and it's not necessarily that we made it in the aesthetic of what those illustrations were, but they're super helpful when you start, because anything that you can sort of, get from that original sort of what had come from the author's head and all of those sort of things is really great. And then we had to kind of shape it and fashion it into our own.
Can I just talk about how great this film looks and like the art direction and everything in this? Like, I hadn't seen, when you're on set, you're like, this is a cool set. You're not really thinking about anything other than yourself. And then watching the film, and often I watch other people's work and it makes me feel very lazy as a filmmaker, because I saw like just how much detail was taken, and planning, like storyboarding, like there's shots where like there's like transitions and match cuts to things, which made me feel like so lazy when I was like, you really thought about this, man? This is so cool and looks so awesome. And I just needed to tell you that. And now, while I'm blowing smoke everywhere, you guys are so great in this film. I'll get to you, but you guys, like even that first opening, like I was talking to my friend, and he was like, "It's like the opening of Up. It's like there's so much is told in that first like 5 to 7 minutes, and with you guys and your relationship and all of that stuff, and it's like this wicked, awesome kind of just beautiful living montage thing that really pulls you in, and then this thing comes on screen and changes everything, and then it's like, it felt so great just watching that and being part of that, and it's like really
okay. I know you are in the Hunger Games too. Which one? I won't ask you which is your favorite, but I'll ask you to.
How many kids you killed?
I will say like what was like most different about this movie, and like which is more fun, exciting, scary, like what?
The Hunger Games was a lot more serious, I feel like. Because my character's very traumatized in the Hunger Games, and then this one I'm traumatizing people. So I guess that Fing's a lot more fun and heartwarming, and I just feel like it teaches a lot of lessons when people learn it, whereas the Hunger Games is more entertaining. So
did they have the toy Furby in Australia?
Oh yeah, yes. I had one of those. The weirdest thing with having a Furby is that just you can leave the batteries in, it doesn't do anything for 3 years, and then out of the blue it'll just start talking to you one day.
Yeah, that creeps me out. I don't like that.
It's very creepy.
I was like thinking Furby. What again? Like just from before seeing any footage or pictures, just from the line, I pictured a Furby almost melding with like a Labubu, I suppose, which turned out to be not correct at all. But that was like what my mind.
We had to make the choice on this before Labubu was big, unfortunately. But yes, we could have folded in the Labubu, but
you did. Yeah. What felt most different for you guys about making this versus other things? Like just the fun, lightness, or the...
It was fun working with a puppet.
Yes.
That was really nice. And I thought that was a great choice on Jeffrey's part, rather than using CG just to have this real life thing that we could interact with. That was really great.
Yeah, I mean, it
You
just
were okay sometimes.
yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, that is the best compliment I'll get all year. Yeah, no, I absolutely loved working on this. The whole thing just felt magical. I think to echo what Taika said, I mean, Jeff's just done such a fabulous job of it, and every day being on set with these guys was just really, really fun. We had room to play, and because of the nature of the film being this kind of fantastical world in places, I think for me it just made me feel quite kind of childlike at times in the way that you can just respond to things and play, and the puppets and like the stunts that we did. I was on wires at one point, and all of that was just so. I was leaving work every day with such a spring in my step. It was so nice.
It really was a bit sort of lighter than air, when we were filming. I think the hard work was in the pre, and by the time we were shooting it, it was pretty joyous. And Taika turned up and he's got, I'll do your scripted line, and then, I've got a few alts. I'm like, yeah, I'll take your alts any day of the week. So, then it felt a bit more playful, and we rehearsed some of the scenes on set. They seemed to click really well, and then when we got there, we could spend more time talking and having fun and enjoying it than occasionally acting between
Occasionally acting.
It was very, very sweet.
Every once in a while. Did any of you guys have a toy as a child that, like, what was the holy grail must have?
Power Rangers for me. I remember having like a 10th birthday that was just so many different Power Rangers toys. It was amazing. Best day of my life.
I have a teddy bear called Puff, who I still have, and anyone who knows me knows Puff. Very iconic childhood toy.
My age, I think the type of thing is like American Girl dolls in our generation. I went through a massive phase of that, and I had like the cafe in one corner of my room and the ice cream truck and the school, and I'd beg my mum for all of them, and I never got them, but yeah.
Which American Girl doll, or maybe you might have new ones, but like I had a Samantha.
Yeah, I actually don't remember what mine were called. I just remember she had like orange hair, and it always got so knotty, and then I had to like
Keep naming.
It was Felicity. No, Felicity was the one with the red
that
hair.
one, but I just had to keep like, I used to take her into the bathroom and like put her head over the sink and then like just wet all her hair and then start brushing it, like rip out her hair.
Little sister you never had.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a twin brother. But no.
Exactly, got a twin brother.
I had a little teddy bear called Blue Ted who I found in a rubbish bin when I was about 3, and took him home and we washed him, and I've still got him.
That's sweet.
We mended him. He had a little tear in him. Sewed him up.
Yeah, well, mine was a little ET doll like this big, and everyone has tears. There is no ET doll in existence that doesn't have the little tear right where the arms are for some reason. Major defect. I don't know what it is, but that was my favorite software.
You loved it nonetheless, it seems. Before we run out of time, something I'm asking everyone is, what is a note that you would be happy to never hear again on set? And I will also say, if you direct, you can say a note you're happy to never give again. But
Bigger.
Smaller.
That's usually what people give me.
Smaller.
Do you want to go first while I still think? I don't really know.
It wouldn't be from our film. It'd be from the Hunger
No,
Games. It'd
it'd
be a
be
bad
from
piece of
Hunger
direction. But yeah.
Every note on this film was perfect, I'm
That's
sure.
fine.
Probably like be scarier. Like, because I'm not a scary person. Like, what do you want me to? I guess it's acting, but like, yeah.
It's usually pull it in, rein it in. That's what it is for me, which is a fair note.
Our mutual collaborator in Sam Neill, he said to me at the start of a film, and I was so nervous to work with him, I thought he was terrific. He just said, "You don't need to give me any direction in this. I know exactly what I'm doing, except for more or less. That's it."
What did you wind up doing more often, more or less?
He could see when I was walking over, it was going to be less. Just walking, he goes, "Less, I get it." So no, I thought that was really sweet. I hadn't had someone act to say
I
that.
think a great note is faster, because it's you get. I think
When you get in the
when
edit,
you're
it's like-
ahead and you're like laboring over these lines, and like the thing about your mother was. How can I put this? I mean, it takes forever when you're in the edit. You're like, oh my god, and it just helps sometimes. And also for actors, I think it helps. They just throw it away. They don't stop thinking so much if they're just like, I just got to do it. Just get faster. It can just help just to bridge between some different versions of things, just to kind of get out of your head. That's for you, that, mate.